Yearbook, and I just bumped the camera. Of course, I just bumped the camera. Okay, so talking to Yearbook, why, in your opinion, is Yearbook? Why does it exist? Why is it important? Why?
Well, the yearbook basically captures your high school memories. So in 30 years, you're probably not going to remember certain details about high school, and the yearbook, it helps you remember those memories. It helps you remember people, so you always have something to look back onto. So that you're never yearbook just helps you not forget the experiences that you had and the things that you did in high school.
So let me ask you this question: You guys are you're the leaders in those memories, right? You get to choose what to include. How hard is it to take here's everything that's happening and picking like this is what we'll choose? What does that look like for you guys? How do you know you're in like a reporter's sense? What Tell me about journalistic integrity for you guys.
I
Okay, here's a better question. How do you choose the stories?
Well, we kind of choose the stories that we're drawn to almost. It's like if there's something big that's going on, you're going to want to document that. You're going to want to help people remember that. Like dances and different events going on in school are things that people are going to want to remember.
Okay.
So it's like choosing the right story is like choosing big moments in people's lives and big things that are happening in school and yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, you are part of a group, right? So of your group, you guys have divided and conquered what all the tasks that you need to do between photo collection, deciding what photos get picked, deciding where to take photos of what events, et cetera, writing, organizing, formatting. There's so much that goes in before you just on the page. What are you working on? What are you good at?
Um, I would say we're working on right now trying to finish up spreads for the deadline that we have. Well, today is one of the last days to finish up some of the stuff that we're missing. And um,
What spread specifically?
well, I'm working on FFA and student section, which the student section's I would say, a big part of the book. It's basically like pictures of people at games, pictures of people having fun, pictures of people cheering, and it's like a bigger moment, I would say, because that's when like everybody's together. Like we're like one big like group of people, we're like one big family cheering on our team and like our sports, and we're cheering for our people.
Okay, so there's this um, section that you worked on. What was the last section? What all have you personally like worked on? Because it's all divided and conquered, but you've had multiple spreads. What spreads have you done? If you want to just, hey, I did this.
I did FFA spread. I did a couple quick reads. I did a car quick read. I did the student section spread.
So you're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, it's kind of like we bounce between like me and my partner. Sometimes we'll like bounce back and forth between different things. So I'm like not necessarily like I'll get something for a spread and then she'll turn around and like maybe get something for that spread and then I'll help her and then she'll help me. So it's kind of like we work as like a group rather than like our spread.
So since we're kind of talking teammates and stuff like that, brag up one of your group mates. Who's doing good work right now? Who's doing good? Who's done something that you've been like, hey, that's pretty nice.
Um,
You can say their name loud enough that they can hear it too.
well, one of the main people I really encourage is Eleanor. She's definitely, I would say, like one of our best people in here. I've heard that Yearbook has not had like their own graphic design person, and Eleanor is great. She makes all the mods for us, and she spends a lot of time like perfecting these mods and making them good enough for us. And I would say a lot of the book Eleanor has definitely contributed a lot. We're just finding information for her designs.
Okay. Fast forward 20 years from now. Fast forward 10 years from now. Whatever. What do you hope people will notice in this year's yearbook in particular?
I hope they notice like the difference from what it was last year, because last year I would say the book was good, but I feel like this year the book is very different from what it has been in the past couple of years, considering that now that we do have somebody who's making all of our designs, the book looks very good, and very happy. I hope people look back on this book and think, wow, like this book has had a lot of time to put into it, because as of right now, I spend a lot of my time outside of class, in this class, spending time on this book so that in a couple years, 10 years, 20 years, people can look back on it and be like, wow, that book is good.
Cool. Okay, you kind of dove into it a little bit, but talk about work, effort, frustration versus reward. Where are you right now in the yearbook?
Definitely work and just frustration, because now we're like pushing to get things done, and obviously it's like a lot to carry trying to do these things because it can get very stressful.
Is it worth the reward though, you think?
Yes, I think that is worth it. I think we had do like fun stuff in here. We had family Fridays where we'd play games, and we eat snacks. Mrs. Mason gives us gifts. And I know at the end of the year when the book is completely finished that I'm going to feel amazing, because I know how much time has been put into this book.
That being said, it sounds like you would recommend this class. Pretend the camera is another student. What would you say? Should they take this class? Why? All of that.
If you're going to take the class, you have to be prepared to face, you're going to feel a lot of emotions in this class, but the class at the end of the day is such a rewarding class, and it is truly worth it. It's truly worth the experiences that you're going to get, and you kind of create almost a bond with the people in here, because you guys just become so close because you guys are together all year long. So I would so recommend this class.
Okay. Last question. My biggest challenge currently is finish that sentence.
Finishing the spreads and getting everything on
say
there.
Say it from the start.
Finishing all.
No. My biggest challenge.
Oh, okay. My biggest challenge is definitely finishing all the spreads on time and getting them done and turned in and submitted to Jostens.
Okay. Anything else you want to say while we have you on camera?
No.
No, we're good to go.
Yep.
Good to go.